Well, hello everyone. It's Just Dwayne. Let's talk some gear. As I said, whenever I use it with my hammock, I tend to keep it up above my hammock and stretch it from tree hugger to tree hugger. If you'd like to see some video of that in action, please go to my Laurel Highlands Trail trip report video, and you'll be able to see it in action there. So there you go. Well, the last thing I wanted to show you was the hammock in pack cover mode. You'll see it's definitely orange, so it definitely presents a signal. Basically all I do is draw up that shock cord very tightly till it wraps all the way around the pack. Like I said, I don't use a pack cover, so this pack really doesn't facilitate it as much. There's not a rise coming up, but if I had it overfull, then it probably would. But as a signaling device, it certainly works, and it is still nylon, so assuming that, you know, when you pull this nice and tight, it tightens up well around the pack. It does keep everything protected. I hike with an umbrella, so I imagine if I put this on with the umbrella, it would help keep the pack somewhat dry. So it is useful in that regard, certainly as a signaling device. So let's look at some detail. As I told you, it's a piece of sil nylon. Looks like about 40 inches wide by about 52 inches long. And what I did was I sewed a channel around the entire edge of the hammock. And because I don't sew very well, you'll see on this side that there's two lines of thread. So what I do is I'll fold it once so that it won't fray, to give you a protected edge. See how that's a rolled edge? And I'll actually just go ahead and sew that because I'm not good enough to roll it twice and keep it straight. So I just fold it once and sew that, so I end up with an unprotected edge. And then I'll fold it one more time and sew it far enough out so that there's room. You can probably see inside there. This inside there is the piece of 1/16 shock cord that runs around the channel. So basically what I did was I ran that on both long ends. On the short ends, what I did was, right here's the where the whoopee sling goes through. And I did not make this a gathered end hammock. Pull this whoopee sling through. Okay. I did not make this gathered end. Because I also wanted it to be able to be used as a wilderness chair. So basically what this is it's just a big channel that is approximately 3 inches, just so I could get a big stick in there if I wanted to, that runs the whole top length. And you'll see that I triple stitched it to give it some stability and security. Frankly, I think that was probably way overkill, because as you can see on this other end, when it bunches up, see how that is? The whoopee sling just pulls everything together and it turns into one big bunch anyhow. But I didn't investigate doing any kind of gathered end because I wanted it to be able to pull open, as I described with the wilderness chair. So then once I had that double channel, all I did was ran the whoopee sling line through and then pulled the rest of the whoopee sling back through, making a lark's head. And pulled it tight. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, man, Dwayne, that was pretty dumb what you just did. Well, fortunately, on the whoopee slings that you get from Opie, maybe some others, but I got these from Opie, he knows that stupid people like me exist, and he puts this little bead on the end of the whoopee sling so that people who are stupid and do what I just did and pull something the wrong way don't pull the whoopee sling back all the way through each other and turn itself inside out. So, Opie, thank you. You're my friend. You just saved me from a lot of additional work after I completed the video. So, that's how I hook both ends. The other end is exactly the same. And like I said, you can see that I took a pocket. I just sewed a piece of a squared piece. I rolled the edges so I wouldn't have anything outside. And then whenever I'm ready to put it away, I just pull the whole thing into this inside out pocket. Okay. Then of course I'd pull all the whoopee slings, tuck them up in there, and then just pull this tight. And there you have it. Everything fits in one pouch. The tree hugger straps actually will fit inside if I really work it. It just tends to be more work than it's worth, so I just keep them separate because I kind of have a little bag that I keep them in anyhow. So this has been my combination camp seat, gear hammock, pack cover, signaling device, you name it. I'm sure we can come up with something else. Cell phone koozie, where's that go? Over here, cell phone koozie, with its own built-in carry bag. The whole shooting match, 5.6 ounces, something I'm willing to carry for that little bit of comfort, and I guess, you know, to have the backup protection of the signaling device and the pack cover. So, I'm AmJustDuane, and thank you for joining me today. See you on the trail.